Hey, good evening. We are playing another virtual Gary Con 12 game. This one is going to be using the Tiny D6, Tiny D6, Tiny Wastelands by Gallant Knight Games and Alan Barr. He's got several different ones out. You can find Gallant Knight Games on Drive Through RPG. He also has a Facebook group where Alan himself is fairly active each day in it. Um, but we'll see how this goes. The name of this adventure is called Ranch Hands. First, it was the virus, and then the wars for domination. But all that history has been lost now in your current time. Survival is usually the word of the day, or finding a meal or drink, because meat is a delicacy that you don't have much of in this post apocalyptic world. Those fire lizards are usually tough, and they don't taste much like chicken. But you've heard now that there's a ranch that's further south of you that's got a herd of healthy beef cattle that you and your group are going to set out, take and barter some items for some of those good steaks to bring back to your enclave. And as we do, Herman, if you'll tell me about your character, and you notice that you have been called in by your enclave leader, and I will show you a picture of him here shortly. He has called you in to give you some instructions. He wants you to come in. His name is Wayne, the enclave leader. So, what do you think about Wayne calling you in about this potential mission?
So hi, I'm Herman Sanders. My character is Longshot. So he is a survivor. He knows how to survive. He's actually helped the Enclave in a couple times, how to taught them, how to survive, how to forage for things, how to find shelter, how to make shelter in the middle of nothing, right? And so I would say that he has somewhat of a professional relationship with Wayne, right? Because they kind of need each other, right? He needs the supplies from the enclave, right, to barter and stuff like that. But and in exchange, he teaches them how to survive in the wasteland. So I think it's an amicable relationship, right? So
Sounds great to me. I think it will work out and see how it goes for you. If you can help him out this time and see what he can do for you as a return. Derek, can you tell me about who you're playing and maybe what your relationship is with Wayne?
Sure, I'm Crozo the clown. I'm the party's crazy. I am insane. I've got a bozo style makeup on my head. I wear a kilt and boots, and that's about it. Walk around with clown stuff and a chainsaw, and I love it. This is crazy, so I love it. Wayne needs me to do something, I'm in.
Sounds good. Yeah, Wayne worries about you a little bit sometimes, but he knows that he can usually count on you, even though you're a little crazy. And Jim, if you can tell me about who you're playing and what your relationship would be with Wayne.
My character's name is Decker. I'm a wanderer. I usually I deal in information, and me and my family have been doing cartography. I'm out on my own, but considering that I'm wandering all the time, I do need to take up jobs or help people out here and there, and make a home for a small amount of time. I don't want to last too long in one place, so Wayne ran into Wayne, and he offered me to help out, and I says, I could use a rest, and so I took him up on it.
All right, sounds perfect to me. And John, if you tell me about who your character is and what your relationship is with Wayne.
Okay, so Norm is he's like a 17-year-old little boy, kind of scruffy, kind of scrawny, kind of resents the family trade, which is dealing in nuts and bolts and stuff like that. Nothing exciting, and so he just kind of left home and kind of just ran into him, and was offered up a chance to get out from underneath the thumb of his parents and do something new and exciting.
All right, sounds good. As you four are called into the building, there is with Wayne with his hat on. He's sitting at a table and he says, "Yeah, come on in." He said, "I think I've got some lead on we're getting kind of low on some supplies and especially the food. I'm tired of eating these MREs and everything, and everybody needs a good steak because I found a case of A1 sauce I need to use. But anyway, there's a ranch south of here, the Breakneck 7, and understand that they've got a herd of healthy beef cattle. Believe it or not, in these times, I don't know what they're doing or what they're feeding them, but hey, I'm going to send you out with a wagon full of stuff that I want you to take down there and see if y'all can bring us some of those steaks back. What do y'all think about that?
Norm's
Crozet,
excited.
yeah, Crozet takes out a little clown horn going, hunka, hunka.
Sounds good.
Norm's ready to go.
Well, y'all be safe, because it's going to take you about 3 days, I think, to get down there where I think the ranch is. I've made you a little map here, and you better watch out for all the. Well, I won't use the word crazies. I mean, because we've got a crazy here, but I mean, you better watch out for all those creatures that roam the wastelands as you move down there. But anyway, safe trip. Got your horses ready, got your wagon ready. It shouldn't y'all just hurry back because I'm ready to have a steak dinner. And you would notice that he has a wagon full of supplies. Y'all would know that you don't have any mechanical vehicles. Everything is horses, mules, such. He has a wagon full of supplies as you start out, and horses. You would know by looking at the map and by him saying it's probably going to be about a 3-day trip, maybe depending on time and any weather, anything else that would hinder your trip, of course. But any particular person that would want to, one person could pretty much man the wagon. Anybody in particular want to drive the wagon?
I'll do the wagon.
All right, Crozo is going to take the wagon.
Oh, great.
That's going to be scary.
Would anybody want to, kind of scout out ahead or be ahead of the rest of the group or not? I mean, that's up to y'all, of course.
I don't mind doing that.
Is that on a horse?
Yep, y'all have horses. All provided regular horses, correct?
Okay.
So if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna stay in the back a little bit, my horse. So I have a hunting rifle, right? And they call me long shot for a reason, right? So I'm just gonna stay in the back and look, just not too far away, but also not like directly behind the cart. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Decker, you wanted to go a little bit in front of the group, I believe.
Yeah, I have a longbow, and so I'll trot up ahead.
All right, sounds good. Hey, what distance would you want to be ahead of the wagon and the rest of the group, roughly?
I would say no more than like I don't know, maybe 30 yards, 100 feet, or something like that.
Yep, that sounds good to me. Still within visual range.
I'll split that distance between him and the cart then.
All right, sounds good to me. Y'all go for, you start out probably mid-morning, we'll say, 9 o'clock that morning, whatever, after meeting with Wayne and getting everything loaded. You travel, it's pretty, the road, of course, some of the old road itself is still there. A lot of it's been, through time is not in best of shape, but you're able to make it enough. About mid-morning, you, Decker, you see a building ahead of you, an abandoned building that's just off of the roadway there. And, you probably hadn't been out this way before. So, I mean, you don't know really maybe what kind of building it was in the old world. I mean, it's seems to be fairly good size, but not huge, of course. You don't see anything else going on outside of it at this point.
I'll stay put, and when when Norm starts coming up, I'll raise my fist, like, to slow down, and so then he can alert the wagon. Even though I don't see anything, it doesn't mean that there's not something there, so we should be cautious as we pass by.
Crozo giggles and pulls the wagon to a stop.
All right. As y'all kind of gather up and all of you can see this, everybody roll me a 2d6. If anybody makes a success, just let me know.
Roosevelt got a success.
All right.
What's the success thing again?
Success.
2d6, and you need a 5 or a 6 as a result.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
any die.
Yeah.
Decker
Those
got
are
one
kind of
success.
success.
So if I understand it correct, I need to roll a 5 or a 6 on
Correct.
one of the dice, not
Yep.
not like a combination of
Nope, no
a 4 and a
combination.
2. Okay.
Yep, as long as you get a 5 or a 6 on either one.
Okay. Success.
Yeah, everybody that succeeded, it hit you about the same time. You've probably heard some stories, maybe from Wayne or other people in your enclave or through the years. Maybe this is one of those stores they used to call like a convenience store that had all different type of convenience goods and all of that. And it appears it's been abandoned and for quite a long time. Part of the roof is caved in. There's a couple of what you would know as the old earth vehicles that burn that gasoline. It's abandoned out front, all rusted.
Any sign of life, movement?
No, not anything here. It just appears to be quiet. Not even no carry-on birds, nothing at this point that you can see. How would y'all like to proceed up to it, or if you do?
Do we want to go check it out, or do we just want to continue?
Oh, I say check it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
too. We don't want to continue and then whatever's in there, if there is something in there, to keep up behind us.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we can find some more stuff that, just to take back to the enclave.
Works for me.
Yep, y'all maneuver up to there. You pull your wagon off the road and pull into the parking lot there at this old convenience store. Nothing comes out to greet you. You don't hear any noise coming from inside. Part of the glass panes are broken off the door and the actual front windows and stuff. And you make your way up to the door. It's fairly dark in there. But like I say, you don't hear anything or see anything.
And there are windows to look through.
There are. Part of them are kind of busted out and broken out through the years, but you definitely can take a visual inside from there.
All right, I'll do that.
All right. Sounds good. You don't have to roll anything. I mean, it's when you look inside, everything looks pretty peaceful as far as you know. You don't see anything moving or hear any kind of noises at all.
Okay, I'll relay that back.
Oh, crazy. I'm going to kick the front door and step on in.
Yeah, you kick the front door in. The rest of the glass falls out of the front door. You maneuver your way in through the frame or however. And y'all see it, part of it probably has been ransacked and ravaged by some other people who's probably come through this area, but you do still see some items. And as you do, we'll start. You, Crozo, roll me a D100. And I will tell you what you find.
I only brought Sixers. Hold on just a second.
All right.
I'll roll with Gary. D100. 63.
63. Let me get down to this little chart I've got and we'll tell you what you find. You find behind the counter, folded up, you think at first it's like a white sheet maybe or something. I mean, it's got dust, of course, on it, but as you pull it out and unravel it, you can tell it's some type of old lab coat. It's still usable, but it's got stains on it. You can tell it's some kind of lab coat that you can take with you if you want to, or you can leave it. That's up to you.
I chuck it over my shoulder.
All right, perfect. And long shot, if you'll roll me a D100.
Right. Let me find him over here real quick. All right, I got it. 56.
56. You find looking around back in maybe one of the storage rooms that's not up front, you see it sitting there in the corner. It's banged up pretty bad, but you would think, if somebody tinkered with it, or if you had find a fixer somewhere that could work on it, you find what you would know as being an old electric guitar.
Huh. I will definitely take that.
Yeah, and it's dark red, and it's got a painting symbol on it. And by looking at the symbol, you would think it appears to be some kind of devil or demon on it.
Yeah, I don't believe in any of that stuff. So, yeah, I guess I'll take it with me. Can I attach something so I can have it, like across the from across the shoulder, right?
Yeah, you can definitely. You'd have something with you that you could make a makeshift sling to hold it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Decker, if you can roll me D100.
49.
49. Oh man, you find the bad stuff. No, I'm joking. You find a what appears to be rolled up like this black plastic wrap. It's just like a roll of this black plastic wrap. It's fairly large size that you could take if you wanted to and use for something, make them in handy.
Yeah, we'll take that.
And Norm, if you can tell me a D100, please.
Looking at a 15.
A 15. Let's get back down to that page. You find a what appears probably maybe a 5-gallon plastic drum in the back there where the guitar was found, and it's got a hand pump on top for just a hand pump. When you touch this drum, though, it appears to be empty. Doesn't appear to be any liquid or anything in it. Would you like to open it up?
Sure, why not?
You open it up and actually appears in the bottom that there are 4 coins, 4 old coins that you have no idea when you take them out, that you don't recognize in this age of what they would mean. But you find these 4 silver-looking coins.
Okay.
That you can have and take with you if you like.
I will.
Could barter or use them for something, of course. And y'all get a fresh drink of water or whatever, and get back on the road. You head out, keep going. The weather's fairly nice this day. It's not too warm, not too cold. It's probably late summer. The sun's up, very clear. You don't see any sign of it's very open horizon of where you're at. It's a very open area. You don't see any sign of storms or anything that would be on the horizon. That evening, how would y'all like to set up camp?
Are we kind of in the open, or are we near a copse or a hill or anything?
You're actually in the open. It's pretty much grasslands, plain lands here. Pretty much all of this is open area.
So I have one of the trades which is survivalist. Can I try to create shelter? Because it just gives you an advantage when testing to forage for food, find water, seek shelter, or create shelter in the wild.
Yeah, exactly. You can roll for that and set y'all up a good camp. Sure can.
All right. So it's 3, right?
Yep, because it's advantage, so 3d6.
All right, let me get the third one here. All right. I got 1 success. Yes.
Yeah, it takes you a little time, maybe. I mean, because you're scrounging around, but you're able to eventually get enough and set y'all up what you would think would be a pretty secure camp for the night. You know it's not going to be that cold. I mean, it may be just a little chill in the air as night completely gets there, but at this time of year, it won't be cold enough unless you wanted to build a fire for sight and protection or whatever. How about watch order? Any particular way y'all would want to do your watch order as far as first, second, third, and fourth?
I'm always partial to third.
I'm always good with first watch.
All right, Decker, we'll take first.
I'll take last.
Rosa, that will put you at second, huh? All right, let me make my note here. Decker, you set up your first watch as the rest of them begin to rest for the evening. It goes by very peaceful, very quiet. Maybe a little
while I'm on watch, since this is kind of new territory, I will start sketching out. Since I do like to map I'll kind of just do rough sketching, like just lines and squares and circles of what I've seen, and use my memory later on to make it more detailed.
Yeah, you can do that. It's a pretty clear sky. There's it's not a full moon, but there's enough light coming out of the open sky to help you also. You're able to do that. It's very peaceful on your watch as you wake Crozo up. Crozo, the first part of your watch goes by about the same, and then you hear coming from the direction y'all are traveling, not from the direction you came, but the actual direction you're traveling. You hear a noise coming your way, and roll me 2d6 to see if you can recognize maybe what this is coming from.
Fail.
You failed, yeah. I mean, you've maybe heard this noise some, but I mean, you can't put two and two together. And as you keep watching that area, you see these two beams of light that are shining. And you see they're moving and coming towards your direction, and you hear the rev of what you recognize now as a motor of some vehicle.
Okay, I'm gonna wake everybody up.
All right. You're able to get everybody up, and he tells you about exactly what he has seen at this point. Any reaction at this point? We'll say that the vehicle appears like it's going to be up on you pretty soon. You can tell that it's an open top vehicle also at this point.
Decker immediately goes into sneak mode and takes cover and hides.
Croza's gonna start his chainsaw, and I'm planning to run straight up it, jump onto the hood, and start slashing people.
Wow. Are there any like little dips and like rainwater gullies that a young 17-year-old boy could hide in?
Sure, there are. Yep, you can find you a little place there to hide. Crozo, this is what you see as you start towards this vehicle, and it starts slowing down, seeing your group and knowing that it's come up on. You see three figures in there in this open top, what you would think would be some type of old Jeep, even maybe some type of old military Jeep. You see these three figures in there, and you know immediately that you've heard of them or maybe dealt with them yourself. You know this is the infamous Rat Patrol. And there's three of them in there, and they are they don't play games either.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm running.
What we'll do is we'll just go ahead and roll initiative, everybody. I'll come and get it from you individually. Just roll 2d6, add your totals together, and I will ask you for them. And I'll start with you, long shot.
6.
6 for long shot. And what about Crozo?
5.
Crozo on a 5. And Decker?
Decker has vigilant, so he rolls 3d6 for initiative.
Yep.
I have a 13.
13 total, okay. Perfect. And what about Norm?
8.
Decker, you can lead us out with your 13 as you see all of y'all start seeing what's in here, and everybody would know about the infamous Rat Patrol, that they scour the wastelands looking to rob and steal from anybody they can.
Okay. Well, like I said, I also have sneaky as one of my traits, so I'm going to stealth into a better position and hold my action to see what goes on. I've got an arrow notched, and I'm sneaking into a better advantage.
All right, sounds good. You see two of them. There's one of them behind the driver's seat. There's one in the passenger seat, both seated. You see one standing. All of you would see one standing in the back, and it appears that he's holding has his hands on some kind of mounted weapon or whatever. And as he sees you, Crozo, as they had a 9, they were up next. You see the one in the back let out a squeal as he pulls the trigger on this thing, and you see this net shoot out towards you, Crozo. Make me a save at 2d6.
Save.
You are able to jump out of the way as this big net just comes at you, and kind of expands enough, and it comes straight at you to try to snare you, but you're able to get out of the way of the net. The driver continues enough to get closer to all of y'all. He hits the brakes. The one on the passenger side, he jumps out and draws these 2 swords and starts running towards you, Crozo. Norm, we are up next.
All right, so I've got a light ranged weapon, a slingshot. I'm going to draw back, grab a rock off the ground, and pop the one that was the driver. right in the head.
Okay. Yeah, we'll call it, just for simplicity, we'll have a driver, a passenger, and a gunner is what we'll call them. So, yep, you're going to shoot at the driver. Okay.
Okay, and is that just a 2d6?
No, if it's your mastered weapon, it'd be 3d6.
Okay, and I just need to get a 6. Is that what I?
5 or 6. Yep.
Okay, 1 success.
All right. You sling and hit this thing, and since you did not move, you also have one more action you can use if you like.
Am I able to strike again?
Yes, you are.
No successes.
All right. Yeah, you ping the driver, as he puts his hand up there and probably, feeling what that is, and probably some blood starts trickling down his face. Now, long shot. What would you like to do?
All right. Sorry, I was muting myself.
That's fine.
So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna stay inside the tent. I'm gonna crouch down, and then I'm gonna use the action of focus, and then with my hunting rifle, try to get the gunner.
All right, you're going to aim at the gunner. Yeah, and he's still standing there, kind of mad that Crozo got out of the way of his net.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot the gunner. Is gonna be, so I have the marksman trait.
Yep.
All right. So, and that's my master weapon, I think. Let me check. Yes, it is. Cool. And I have 1 success. Well, 2 successes, but still the same.
All right, you hit the gunner. You want to take another shot at him too in your next action?
No, because I used one for the focus and then another one for the.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, on the master,
Yeah.
okay, that's right. You used the focus.
So the marksman lets me succeed on a 3, 4, 5, or 6
That's right.
for a ranged weapon. Yeah.
Yep, you pinged the gunner pretty well. Crozo, what would you like to do?
I still want to do my original plan. I ignore sword guy and jump up, run up the hood of this thing and attack the gunner.
Attack the gunner, okay.
Success.
All right.
Chainsaw to the head.
Yep. You cut into him. He is bleeding very profusely and barely standing up, you would think at this point.
Excellent.
So we are back to you, Decker.
I have the trait of quick shot, which allows me to load and shoot in the same action. So I'll be able to take two bow shots.
Yep, great.
And I release, so I shoot twice at the passenger, because now that Crozo's out of the way, he's out in the open.
All right.
That is 3 successes on the first one. I don't know if it matters. I got 2 5s and a 6.
That's great. You got him.
And then the second one is 1 success.
Yeah, you ping into him twice, and he starts kind of stumbling down, and he's looking around as he's holding those 2 wicked and edged weapons. And he's looking around to see where all this is coming from, and maybe deciding he maybe should have stayed home that night. But he's still standing for right now. We go to them. The driver jumps out, and you can see on his hand, one of his hands is like some type of mutated hand, and he's got these 2 sharp blades coming out of the end of it, and he's holding a sword that he pulls out. He is going to turn towards you, Crozo, and try to slash you as you've sliced into his gunner, and he's going to miss.
Aw.
Yeah. So he's going to try again and miss terribly that time with 2 1s. The gunner, he's going to jump down and take off running. And Crozo, I'll let you house rule. I'm going to if you want to have a quick attack on him as he's running away, you can have 1 attack on.
Absolutely. I fail.
Yeah, he takes off running back into the dark the way they come from. The gunner is getting out of town. The passenger is going to look around to see everyone, and you see him throw his knives down, and you hear him. Of course, one of y'all could probably understand what they're doing. He throws his knives down and says, "Oh, I give up. I give up. You can have my knives. Let me run off in the night, please." And we are up to you, Norm.
Okay. So the gunner ran away, the passenger gave up, and the driver is doing what?
The driver is trying to take Crozo out. He's not happy with Crozo jumping up on his Jeep.
Okay. But he's outside the Jeep.
Yep, he's standing right next to the driver's door.
Okay. Is there enough room for Norm to like sneak up and hop in the driver's seat and drive off in the car?
You can try it. He's with him standing right there. I mean, if you want to do it, I'm going to say you have to do it at disadvantage because you're probably going to have to struggle with him to push him out of the way.
All right. I'll do it. And I get a 5.
All right. Yeah, you're able to push the right guy out of the way with the wicked looking claw hand, and you jump into the Jeep. Which way do you want to continue to drive it on further into your camp?
No, I'm just going to start doing donuts in it to kick up dust.
Yep, you can do that. Clawhand is still standing there holding his sword, though. He's not happy that you just took his Jeep, Norm. Long shot, what would you like to do?
All right, so I'm gonna take a quick shot at the one with the blade, the one with the blade in its hands, the more mutated hand.
All right.
The driver. Let's go with the driver. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's it.
All right. So I'm not gonna use focus this time, though.
All right.
One success.
All right.
And I'll take another crack at him again. Another success. 5.
Yeah, tell me how you did that last shot that you take at him, what you do to take him out.
So, so basically what I'm gonna do is, so you have the passenger, right? He dropped his swords down, right?
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot the driver in a way that he spins around a little bit, so he's in view of the passenger and the passenger can see him. And then as he's finished doing shoot him in the arm or something, and then as he stops, then the second one goes right through the head, so that way the passenger is seeing exactly what's happening, and so he's even more freaked out.
All right, sounds good to me. He is very freaked out. He starts, just trotting back and forth for his life that, if y'all will let him go, he will never bother you again. And we're pretty much out of combat. If there's, just free actions on however y'all would want to handle him.
Crow's going to jump out of the Jeep and cut him down.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, you don't have to. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to resist. You can jump out and just slice the passenger down. The gunner got away though. He run off in the night for sure. That he's hightailing it back to wherever. Norm is doing donuts in the Jeep.
I'll stop once I realize there's no more people to fight or whatever. I'll go ahead and stop the vehicle and start like rummaging through the glove box or something.
Yeah, roll me 2d6 and give me an individual results of what you get.
4 and 6.
4 and a 6. You find a book in there, and it's a hardback book. And by looking at it, it's some type of book about architecture. Is what you find in that Jeep.
Okay.
Decker goes and retrieves his arrows.
Yep, you can do that.
So Longshot's gonna go and rummage through the guy, the creature he shot down, and try to see what he finds. Maybe there's some clue to like where they're from or something like that.
Yeah, and you'll know also by looking at their bladed weapons and stuff. They're not of very high quality. I mean, I'm sure your stuff is much better, but just by their blades and stuff. But yeah, if you want to rummage around his pockets, roll me a 2d6 and separate results, please.
Yep. 3 and a 2.
You find another book inside one of them, and it's just like a paperback book, and it's got a picture of a woman in a bikini, and then like this huge monster that is coming down out of the sky to attack her, and there's some guy standing next to her holding a ray gun. You'd know it would be one of those old pulp books, probably.
All right. Then I'm just gonna go to my guitar and take out my guitar and just start trying to fiddle with it and see if I can learn how to play.
Yep, you can do that. It goes by the rest of the night, goes by pretty quiet, unless somebody wanted to do something specifically. Nothing else happens. And then The gunner that ran away does not come back with any of his friends, and everything goes by pretty peaceful the rest of the night.
Quick question. So one of my traits is the eidetic memory. Would I be able to use that to read that book through real quick?
Let me look at that real quick and read that real quick. Yeah, you can make just a standard 2d6, and if you get a 4, 5, or 6.
Nope.
Don't do it. No, you just can't figure it out. I mean, it's
Still
probably some valuable information, but yeah, you just can't figure it out.
Still too high on the battle.
No. But it's probably valuable enough to take with you and find somebody who maybe can at one point. Morning comes, you have whatever you brought for breakfast, and as you started on day 2, another pretty day, pretty much cookie cutter the first day as far as weather wise. Excuse me, y'all go out that afternoon and continue towards where the Breakneck 7 Ranch is, or of course where the map is leading to it. That day is pretty uneventful, and you set up camp at night, and we'll keep the same watch order if that's okay. Decker, sure. Crozo, Norm, and
were we able to take the Jeep with us, or?
Yeah, you are actually able to take it for right now. It seems to have enough fuel in it that you would know it's running fairly good. You would notice on the mounted net weapon, though, they had no more capsules or whatever to set up another net. That was probably their last one. But yeah, you're definitely able to take the Jeep if you wanted to.
Okay.
Who's going to be driving it?
I don't care. Anybody except for Crazy.
Yeah.
I'll drive it. That's fine.
All right. Cool.
All right, Longshot. I'm going to put you as the driver of the Jeep. Sounds good.
Guess we're going to tie Longshot's horse behind the wagon?
Yeah, you can do that. Definitely. No trouble. Longshot, are you going to, in the Jeep, do you want to go out ahead of them now that you're in the Jeep? Just kind of scout ahead?
Yeah, I was thinking if I was going to do that or not. If I do that, then I would probably suggest having somebody with me, just in case.
All right, I'll ride shotgun with you.
All right, cool.
All right. Norm is.
I'm not going to be up on the gun because that's the first guy that's going to get shot.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. Just yeah.
Yeah, y'all, like I say, you head out in the Jeep that afternoon. Y'all scout ahead. It's a very uneventful day as you sit up at night. And if you want to do the survivalist again to see if you can set you up a decent camp for the night, for the second night, you can.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, sure. All right. Let me do. And no success. Fail.
No success, yeah. It's just the further you've gotten out away from the enclave and the area that you're just not having any luck at all, then. You can set up a place, but it's just not as good as you think it is for the night. Decker, we will start out with your shift. Nothing happens. You start hearing some howling. Although you hear like howling in the distance, what you would think would be probably some type of wolves or mutated wolves or whatever in the wastelands now. But they don't get any closer and they finally dissipate, Decker. Crozo sets up. Crozo, absolutely nothing. I mean, it is quiet and still on your shift during the night as you get Norm up. Norm, you hear the wolves. If it was passed along, you would also hear the wolves, Norm, during your shift. And they're very distant, though. I mean, and they don't appear to be getting closer to your camp. Longshot. About an hour before the morning gets there, you hear a wolf howl. This one's close, and you can tell it's a single wolf. And you hear it, and you're trying to maybe pinpoint exactly which side of the camp it's coming from, because it's close, very close, and you hear it howl once, and it never howls again, and you're unable to pinpoint exactly where it come from, but it was close. And that ends night 2. As y'all can start out day 3 unless you want to do something that morning.
I'll tell them about the wolf and the howling. That that it's probably there's wolf close or at least one, right? Uh, it was pretty close last night. It didn't actually get near the camp, but yeah, we need to be careful next next day.
Yep, definitely, because that one was definitely close. Same deal with the Jeep. Long shot, you're going to drive, and Norm is the sidekick.
Sure.
Yeah, you start out that morning on day 3. You would know maybe by looking at the map and guesstimating some that probably at the ranch, you're probably going to reach it around, you would think around lunchtime or so, you would think around 11, 12 a.m. or p.m. And you see something coming towards you, though, long shot, you and Norm. It appears to be a couple figures, and they're on horses in a wagon. One of them's in a little much smaller wagon than you are, and one of them's riding on a horse. And the guy on the horse, he starts waving at you in a friendly manner. Long shot.
So, what do you think, Norm? Should we stop? Should we let the other guys? Should we stop or let the other guys know, or did you just go ahead and?
Well, I mean, is it common for everyday friendly folk to be riding around in a Jeep, or is the Jeep typically going to be like the Rat Patrol or something like that?
Yeah, because they came from the direction that we were going, right?
Yeah. Huh. So they think we're somebody we're not. I think it'd be better for us to kind of double back and let the others know, and maybe set up a defensible position.
Okay.
Unless you got a scope or something.
No, I don't. Well, I got my hunting rifle, but I don't think it has a scope on it. Do we have? Is there anything in the vehicle, in the Jeep, that it belongs to the rats, or so that way I can just wave him that, and then just turn around and then go back. So they still assume that it's the friendlies, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, and also a good point about the Rat Patrol. You would maybe figure that most people would think it's seeing a Jeep, an open top Jeep. Most people are going to think that it is going to be akin to the Rat Patrol, but you don't see many other people drive open top Jeeps. So even though this gentleman on this horse has waved at you, you would think that he's probably a little apprehensive about what's coming towards him too.
Yeah, alternatively, he could be just like us. I mean, he's on horse and they've got a cart with them, so he could have been going to get meat as well.
That's true.
We could just stop right where we are and let our guys catch up and see how the other guys react.
Yeah, let's do that. So that way if anything happens, we're we're together, and at least the cart is with us.
Okay.
Yeah, the rest of y'all catch up, and these people keep approaching you. And as they get closer, you can tell the lead figure on the horse, and he's an older human, of course. You would think probably late 50s, early 60s, just by appearance. There's a younger man you would think would be in his late 20s, early 30s, that's driving the cart and the wagon. As the older gentleman gets up closer, he starts waving again, and he yells out, "Oh, thank goodness. We saw a Jeep and thought it was going to be some of them darn rats trying to steal our goods. I hope you aren't bandits."
No, we are not bandits.
That's too bad.
Well, crazy over here might be, or Crozo might be. Just don't look him square in the eye.
Yeah, how close are we to the ranch at this point? Are we like within a day's ride, something like that?
Yeah, you're much closer. You would think probably about 2 more hours, you would think, to get there.
Oh, ask them if they know anything about the ranch.
When you mentioned the ranch, the old guy, he says, "Yeah, I'm sorry, by the way, sorry my manners. My name's Mac. And yeah, the ranch, we just, that's where we're coming from. Man, wait till you get there. It is something else. I can't believe somebody has a working ranch with these beef cattle. I mean, just golly, wait till you see them. And he starts, the boy gets down. He says, well, this is my son, Danny. And the son gets down and starts showing y'all like on dry ice these pre-cut steaks. Yeah, can you believe? I mean, we traded them some stuff to get these pre-cut steaks and taking them back to our enclave. But man, that ranch, all the buildings are in immaculate order. And the guy that runs it, his name's Ben, the one that owns the ranch. But wow, it's something else. Wait till you get there. And he just goes on and on and on. This old guy does about the ranch.
You saw the cattle there?
Oh yeah, they're healthy and plenty of food and water. And man, it's something else.
Out of character, I'm guessing this is way out of norm for this particular world, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, you would know, but it's something like this when y'all have all heard about it. I mean, for somebody to have a ranch with healthy beef cattle, yeah, definitely out of norm.
All right.
How'd this guy find out about the ranch?
He tells you that just by word of mouth that people have been passing through, passing word of mouth, and this guy seems to have an unlimited supply, and that all the enclaves are sending goods and stuff to trade with them.
What's the going rate for the? Go ahead, Decker.
You said he had some slabs of meat on the dry ice. What does the meat look like? Does it look rancid? Does it look good?
It looks like you just went to your local meat market and they just sliced it while you were standing there. I mean, it looks excellent.
Looks just like a steak should then.
Oh yeah, I mean, you'll want to take one out and start cooking it right now.
I say we head on.
Yeah. I'd like to ask him what the going rate was for the steak. Like, what did you pay for the steak?
He tells they just donated or not donated, traded a bunch of that they had a bunch of electronic parts, and he tells a lot of tools. They traded tools and electronic items and stuff to them and all of that.
Okay.
But yeah, if y'all continue, roughly 2.5 hours later after you visit, he well wishes you and goes back. Mm-hmm. You make it to the ranch, and as y'all come across and see this ranch, I mean, it's all the grass is green. You see healthy beef cattle walking around fenced areas. You see this huge barn off next to the house itself. It's just a fairly plain house, but it appears to be in very good condition. Everything is just like out of a storybook or out of a painting, you would think. And you see the big sign out front says Breakneck 7.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of strange.
Very. How big a cross is it? Like the entrance to...
Yeah, the entrance, it's very wide. I mean, you would think get two vehicles. You could, if you was driving in a Jeep, you could drive the Jeep down and it'd be wide enough for somebody if you met, almost like a 2-lane farm road or something.
Okay.
Well, why don't we ride up to the barn?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm keeping my eyes open. I still seem, I don't trust it.
Yeah, Decker, as you do that, roll me a 2d6 then. If you have any trait that would give you advantage, you can use that. But if not, just 2d6.
No, one success.
Yeah, you're pretty confident that you don't see anything out of place. You do notice that there's nobody moving around. No, it appears you notice some wagons. You don't notice any motorized vehicles, but you do notice some wagons and horses also. But you don't notice anybody walking around the house or outside the barn right now as you make your way up the drive. Y'all do proceed up there, and by that time, out of the front house walks two figures. You see a man that would appear probably to be, you would think maybe early 50s, late 40s. He's wearing a kind of a khaki shirt and he's brown overalls. starting to have a receding hairline, a very close trimmed beard and mustache with a big smile on his face. But you skip back to see the guy behind him, the younger guy that appears probably in his early 20s. He's a humongous man, probably 6'5", and just very barrel chested. I mean, 300 plus pounds, just a big, big natural built man. And he's got on his shoulder this deal with all these vegetables with a big smile on his face. The older guy walks up to you and he goes, "Welcome, welcome to the Breakneck Seven. I'm Wayne. I'm the owner, and this is my son Ben."
Howdy.
What did he say his name was? You say Wayne?
Yep, he tells you his name is Wayne also.
Huh. Small world.
What brings y'all here? I guess you've heard about the well, you can tell we take care of our ranch here. I'm sure y'all have heard about the wonderful beef too.
Didn't the guy we met on the road say there was someone named Dan?
The guy on the road you met, his son that was with him, his name was Danny.
Okay.
How do you keep this place so clean?
Well, hard work, and I've got good help. As you can tell, this is my son behind me, Ben, and just hard work. I mean, we work all day long, every day, and he never gets rid of his big smile. The smile stays on his face the whole time. We're here to help people. That's what we're here for.
Well, we hear you got lots of beef.
Yeah, pretty much unlimited sometimes. Like I say, it's just everything. The wasteland has really blessed me and my son and doing everything. Y'all look pretty wore out and tired. You're more than welcome to come in. We'll have a wonderful meal and anything you would like to drink.
That sounds fantastic.
And you see his son has never really he said hello and stuff. He still has the big smile, but he's never really engaged in conversation per se as much as the ranch owner himself. And the ranch owner looks to him and says, "Well, son, go put those up in one of the sheds out there and come back, and we'll have a good meal with these fine folks. What did y'all bring to trade? I mean, we do have to do some trading, but I can promise you won't be disappointed with the beef."
What did we bring to trade?
We got a Jeep.
Well, I know we got that, but I would imagine we would have brought something else with us.
Yeah, we had a cart full of stuff.
Yep, and it can be whatever. I mean, whatever you wanted it to be.
All right. Let's show them the stuff in the cart. I have the charismatic trait, which gives me advantage when trying to persuade people. So I imagine I will try to. Yeah, people don't like dealing with me because I'm an insane clown, and they tend to give me my way just to make me stop talking to them. So I could try to negotiate for the beef.
Yep, roll me your charismatic trait now.
Success.
Yeah, you show it to him, and he's never let go of that big smile on his face, and he goes, "Perfect, y'all. You brought the right stuff I've been needing." And he starts picking up a couple of items. "Yeah, I've really been needing some of these, and I tell you what, I'm going to make you a great deal. Normally what I give you is X amount," and he names off a poundage, and he says, "But I'm going to give you an extra 5 pounds to take this time. But next time, can you bring me one of those I think it's called aluminum foil. I need a roll of aluminum foil."
All right.
All right, perfect. But yeah, please, I want all of you to come in. There's no need to be no rush, no hurry. You can stay in one of the bunkhouses out by the barn tonight if you'd like. But come on in. Let's have drink and food. I mean, that's the best way to treat neighbors. Would all of you want to go into the house at this point with him?
Kind of want to sneak out and try to see where the cows are.
Yeah, I'll tie up the horse and go in.
I'll go in. It'd be crazy to go in, so I'm doing it.
All right, Norm, you want to kind of stay outside, right?
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do? No,
sorry,
go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna under the guise of rubbing down the horses, or I will rub down the horses, and then I want to kind of sneak off and see if I can't see the cows and how they're living and all that.
So
All right.
I'm gonna park the Jeep right outside the ranch, and then I'm gonna follow the guys inside.
All right, Norm, I will come back to you in just a moment as you're the only one that will stay outside for the point.
Splitting
The
the
rest of
party,
you
yeah.
follow inside, and very nice, immaculate, almost dustless house when you go in there. I mean, you can wonder this guy, I mean, how does he get any rest if he's taking care of his place, just him and his son? You haven't seen anybody else. And he says, well, I'll tell you what we're having for dinner. I'm kind of tired of eating beef. So I traded a couple days ago. A guy brought a cart of chickens in. So we're having fried chicken, probably mashed potatoes and gravy. And my son Ben, he makes the greatest homemade yeast rolls. That's what we're going to have for dinner.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Soylent Green shoe to drop, but yeah, I'm in.
Well, as soon as he gets back from the deal out there taking those fruits and vegetables, I'll get him on it. But yeah, y'all, and you tell he's got a liquor cabinet and he offers you liquor or water, anything you want to drink. It's fresh spring water from the well. He just keeps constantly with that big smile on his face. And, he talks about whatever you want to talk about. Norm, we'll jump back out to you then as you're kind of walking around. You wanted to look at the cattle and some of the livestock, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, you notice that they all seem to be healthy. I mean, very healthy. You notice some feed bins that, if you look around, there's some feed pellets and some of the feed bins and stuff. You notice there's already a few bales of hay put out, even though it's really not time for hay, but some hay put out and fresh water stock tanks. You see a large pond on further in the back part of the ranch itself, you would think. But just this is not something that's norm for a post.
And the hay seems to be in good shape. Like, doesn't seem anything strange or weird about it.
Roll me 2d6.
I got a 5 and a 3.
Yeah, you maybe poke around, or if you want to pick some up and smell it and stuff. It smells fresh, but right when you maybe turn around to go somewhere else, you get just a whiff of something off of it. Just, I don't know, it's something you've never smelled before. I mean, it seems to be, but then it's like for a second you pause and think, what was that smell?
Okay. Can I use my eidetic memory to see if I can remember what that smell was?
Oh, good one.
You can, but I'm actually going to enforce disadvantage on you for this. So you'd have to roll 1d6.
Okay.
But you'd still succeed at a 4, 5, or 6, but you just roll 1d6.
Got a 3.
Yeah, you just can't place it. I mean,
All
you
right,
just can't place it.
I'll put a little in my pocket. Maybe somebody else in the group will be able to place the smell.
All right.
And then I'll make my way back so as not to be too suspicious.
Yeah, when you start back, you see the large sun, which he introduces Ben. You see him come out of one of the smaller deals, and you notice he locks this little shed back. He locks it back, and he comes out, and he waves at you as he's headed back towards the house too. He's evidently put those fruits and vegetables up.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yep, both of you, him and you, both make your way back to the house. You go into the house and observe the same thing. The father tells the son, hey, go make your rolls. We're gonna have a big dinner tonight. You sit and visit for the longest.
I want to go with the kid. I'm gonna put my arm around his shoulder with a bottle of liquor and like, you and me, kid, let's go make some rolls.
Yep, you can do that, and you go into a kitchen with all the equipment needed. I mean, a very nice kitchen.
You still have never seen.
Yeah, and you still have never seen anybody besides the father and son. And the son engages in conversation, but nothing like the father. But the son always has that big smile on his face too.
Is he gonna share the hooch with me?
He'll take a sip or two, and then he shakes his head and goes, I don't think Paul would want me to drink too much of that. A sip or two is okay.
I want to try to talk him into drinking more.
You're gonna try to charm him or something? Yep.
Exactly. Failure.
All right. Yeah, he'll take a sip or two every once in a while, but he's like, well, I need to keep my senses straight to make these rolls for you.
All right.
And you help him out in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, I'm getting in there with the dough and touching his hands and stuff. It's all weird and creepy.
Yep, exactly. And he pays no attention to it. He's still got that big smile on his face. Y'all go to the dining room, and sure enough, you have exactly what the father said. You have this great meal, and at the end of the meal, he says, well, all my guests, I bring out this bottle of wine. We make it ourselves. Well, we used to. We don't really make it much anymore, but since things have changed. But I want everyone to toast the great times that we all have now. We've all been so blessed in this crazy world, and I just want everybody to have a drink. And he brings out all these small glasses and wants to pour y'all a glass of what he tells you is this homemade wine he made.
I'd like to, before we actually do the toast, ask him, what do you mean after things changed?
Well, the way the world has changed, and I mean, even though it's a crazy world that we live in, it's still, we've got so much things to be thankful for.
Okay. Does the wine smell funny?
No, it actually smells very fruity, very uplifting. It seems like it would be fresh. I mean,
Decker doesn't trust the wine, so I don't know if I can use my sneaky trait like that, but I'll pretend to drink it, but I'll like pour it in another glass in my lap or something.
Do that, Decker. It sounds great to me.
2 successes.
Yeah, you're able to the father's not paying that much attention with a big smile. Anybody else try to not partake in his toast?
I'll just let it up to the lips, but not let it go past the lips. So it'll make contact with me, but I won't drink any of it.
All right.
I'm going to take the bottle and try to drink straight from the bottle.
Yeah, he'll actually offer it to you. After he pours everybody a glass, he'll say, well, yeah, if you like it that much, drink all you want.
Oh, yeah, I'm going for it.
Those that participate in the wine, everybody rolled me, it'd be disadvantage of 1d6. Those that actually, and even also a norm that you even put it up to your lips and touch your skin, a 1d6 save.
Crozo failed.
Fail.
Right.
Yep,
Long
I
shot
got it
failed. Everybody failed.
Everybody but Decker, who was smart enough to.
If I notice something strange happening, I'm gonna mimic them.
Yeah, you start noticing everybody. At first maybe Decker, you think it's just from drinking the wine, especially Crozo drinking the whole bottle now, or it's just taking effect on them. But everybody, all of them, they start smiling and and they're just more happy and jovial than they've been in a long time.
Oh, that's hard for me to do, smile, but I'll try. I'll do it. I'll force it.
Yeah. I actually learned how to play the guitar. Yeah.
Yes, you do. But everybody is just happy, and you three who failed, you are disappointed. Hey, that's a great idea. You should just stay the night, and head back in the morning. There's no use being out on the road at night. He's offered you one of the bunk houses up by the barn to stay in.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
He will take you out there after everybody is had their fill of food and drink. Decker, you're following along just as well too.
Oh yeah, I'm smiling and I'm having a good time like the rest of the people.
Okay. You go out to the barn, or next to. He tells you. He says, "Well, I need to get something out of the barn first before I get your bunks ready. I hadn't had visitors stay. Well, I've had a few stay overnight, but not many. Most of them just come and trade and leave. But man, it's so great to have visitors, and we'll have a great breakfast." And he goes on and on about that, the big smile. The son stayed in the house. He didn't come out. He's cleaning the kitchen or whatever. And you see the farmer has the barn locked. Well, he unlocks the barn. He says, well, come on here a minute. I want to show y'all something, by the way. This is something I bet none of you have ever seen before.
What
I'm
I
in.
feel like we're about to be meat.
Yeah, and y'all all feel compelled to follow him into the barn.
Except
And
for
it's
Decker.
a very huge, vast barn. You all go in there and you hear the click click of the door close behind you. And Wayne says, "Wait till you see this." He takes you over and you see this old, which y'all would know or probably read, or some of you would, but you see this old farm tractor. He says, "I have almost fully restored this farm tractor by all the parts that I can trade for, but I need that aluminum foil. I need some aluminum foil, and I think I will have it back to where it needs to be." And he turns and just starts smiling at you.
Well, that's great.
So yeah, next time bring the aluminum foil, please. You've got. I know it's hard to find, but you've got to find me some.
Okay. Nice
All right.
tractor.
Well, thank you. Like I say, I'm almost to the point of it being fully restored, and I know somebody's going to want to trade for it one day, but no, I'm not going to trade for this thing. It's too valuable to me.
All right. I think I'll walk up and I'll just start looking at the tractor.
All right. You want to get on it or touch it or anything, or just visually look at it?
I'm just gonna walk up to it and try to get him to expound more about the joys of this tractor, because obviously I care now because of the wine, right? And I'm in a state where all I really care about is just being happy and all that. I don't even care about the hay that's in my pocket, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna behave as if I would as I would having had the wine. So I'm guessing that I'm supposed to expound upon and be all excited about this tractor the way he is. So that's what I'll do.
Yeah. I mean, he goes on and tells you the story about it. It's an old International Harvester, and he tells you the model, and he just goes on and on about it. And he says,
what do
"Well,
you need the foil for?"
oh, well, let me show you." He walks around to the side. You see him just point at a place there, and he says, "It's got to go right there. That's where I've got to put it, and I think that's going to make it where, well, it just be immaculate again."
Okay. I'm wondering if
Decker,
there's something in the Jeep that would mimic the tinfoil that he needs.
Yeah.
Decker, as you're standing there, you're the only one who's not under the influence of this drink. Roll me a standard 2d6.
A 5 and a 4. So 1 success.
You notice the tractor start, to just shimmer. I mean, it's like a shimmering going across of it. And for just a moment, it's like it doesn't appear to be there anymore. It just shimmers and like it's gone out of your way for just a moment, and then you just kind of blink your eyes and it's back there again.
How close is Norm to it?
You could have shoved me into it.
No, I'm not. I'll pull you back. Is Norm real close to it?
Yeah, I would think Norm's within 5 or 10 feet of it, probably standing there with Wayne, the
Okay.
farmer.
And these guys seem like they're all in a daze, right?
Yeah, they seem like they're just inebriated, but they're so happy. I mean, they're just happy and joyful, and they all have these smiles on their faces.
And I heard the barn door lock.
Yeah, you heard him latch it behind y'all, and probably you heard the click of a lock.
Okay. I don't know. I'm a little skittish and a little from being a wanderer, a little jumpy, and I hope this isn't the wrong move, but I notch an arrow and aim it at Wayne and say, "What's the game here, Wayne?"
Oh, well, wait just a moment. See, I knew one day somebody's going to want to take my beautiful tractor from me. What do you mean?
No tractor. It's an illusion.
What? What do you mean there's no tractor? I've been working on this thing for, I don't know how long, a long time, but what do you mean? He reaches out to touch it, and you see the shimmer, but you see, he's actually touching it, but you see the shimmer.
I shoot an arrow right through the tractor.
Yeah, your arrow. Everybody else sees this arrow come and hit the side of the tractor and ping off the tractor. Decker, you're the only one that sees it go through.
Ah,
I
I
jump
got the other
back.
arrow.
Dude, what the hell, man?
It's a man's
it
tractor.
went right through the tractor. Snap out of it, guys.
What are you doing? It's a simple tractor.
Can I try to pick up the arrow, at least where I see the arrow?
Yeah, you see the arrow. To y'all, it looks like it hit it and just bounced and pinged back. So yep, you can do that.
All right, so I'm gonna reach down and pick it up.
Yeah, and it's bent. I mean, it's bent and damaged enough that you would think it definitely hit that metal tractor.
Well, you ruined your arrow.
I'm not taking my eye off of Wayne. What was in the wine?
Well, it's made with strawberries and
Shoot him in the leg.
the farmer.
Yep.
That
Oh,
escalated
man.
quickly.
Dude! My God, man, what the hell? There was nothing in the wine. I didn't even drink it.
Oh, Crozo likes it.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I'll let you have a free shot on the farmer.
2 successes.
In fact, you got advantage, but I mean, I'll go ahead.
2 successes. Just a leg shot.
Yeah, you shoot your arrow into the farmer. He kind of yelps out and looks down. And everybody roll initiative, and I will come and get it from you here in just a moment.
What's that? Just a 1-6?
2d6 and add them together. Long shot, what did you get?
10.
10, okay, for long shot. Crozo.
12.
Crozo on a 12. Decker.
12.
And Norm.
11.
All right. Everyone on this first round of what is going to happen or maybe happen, everybody except Decker will have to do anything at disadvantage as you're still under the effects of this wine. Decker, you're at normal, but everybody else will be disadvantaged. As you shoot the farmer, he looks down and the blood starts coming out of the lower leg. You also, let me change a couple pictures out here and I'll show you what you see. Coming through the front door is the front door is completely broken down by these 2 figures.
Oh, jeez.
You see these 2 figures break the front door of the barn where you come in. The one in the red cape and the red robes starts muttering something back and forth, and he's looking towards, Wayne with the arrow in his leg. The other thing is humongous. It's probably 8 foot tall and fully some type of metal and has these 2 arms that come out with some type of weapons. Crozo, you and Decker both had 12, so how would y'all like to react?
Crozo's going to charge the freak in the red priest outfit with his chainsaw.
All right, you can do that. And that movement for 1 action, okay?
Okay, then I'll roll with disadvantage, and I miss.
And you miss him, okay? You're standing there close to the red priest or whatever he is. Decker.
I want to shoot the one in the red in the neck.
All right.
And since I haven't moved, let's see, 1 success for the first shot, and then with my quick shot, I load another arrow. And got a 6. Got 1 success on that one.
All righty, sounds good.
2 arrows in the red guy.
Yep. He makes no expression at all as he's looking just kind of like he does in his photo. He's looking straight towards you and makes no expression at all as you successfully hit into him. Norm, we are up to you then.
All right. So the one in the red is the one that's making all the mumble jumble stuff.
Yeah, it's like he's speaking and talking, but you have no idea what he's saying.
All right. I'm gonna try to hit him in the eye with a slingshot. I got a 4, so that's a miss.
All right. You want to take another?
Oh yeah, let me try again. Nope, I missed again. Got it.
All right. And long shot, we're up to you now.
Yes, I'm gonna take my hunting rifle. I'm gonna focus, and I'm gonna shoot the guy in the red cape.
Alrighty.
And with his disadvantage, but it's still 3, 4, 5, or 6.
All right.
And that's a hit. Yep.
You hit the guy in the red.
Yep.
Okay. He's
Mhm.
still muttering and chanting and talking. You don't know who he's talking to, but he's muttering things. He's looking towards Wayne the farmer, but they had a terrible initiative as they actually rolled a 2.
Oh,
So they are going to, the guy in the red is going to keep muttering and chanting, but he's going to look towards Crozo, is run up on him, and he reaches out to touch you, Crozo. And as he does, make me a save. This will be regular 2d6.
success.
Yeah, he reaches out and touches you, and you feel this electric shock just go through your body. You will take 1 point of damage, but you're able to fight off whatever other effects he was trying to do to you. But you'll take 1 point of damage from the guy in red.
That just woke me up. I'm good.
Yep, you are back sober. The soldier himself, he is going to look at the other 3 standing back there, and he's going to take aim at you, Decker. And you see
course.
both of those arms lower down, and you see them start flashing green and blue. The first shot will come towards you and miss, and you just hear the back of the barn just shoo, a hole in the back of the barn. The second shot will hit you, Decker. You'll take a point of damage from that, as it does. And we are back to you, Crozo and Decker.
right,
Chainsaw attacks. Am I still attacking at disadvantage?
Now everybody will be back to standard or your advantage, with master weapon. Everybody's back to normal now.
1 hit with a chainsaw on the red guy.
On the red guy, okay. And Decker, what would you like to do?
I notch an arrow and I move my aim towards the large monster.
Alrighty.
And lasers. Okay, it's 2 5, so that's success
Alrighty.
on the first shot, and a miss on the second.
Okay. Yeah, your arrow does strike into him, but it makes no kind of reaction to it at all. I mean, it's just standing there pretty much eyeing you still. Norm, what would you like to do?
I'm still going to go and slingshot our illustrious red potentate there.
All right.
First one is a miss. Second one is a successful hit.
All righty. Yeah, and he's still muttering and chanting stuff. As you know, you have seen him reach out and grab hold of Crozo, and it's just touched Crozo, but he's still standing there. And long shot, what would you like to do?
All right. So what I'm gonna do is what has Wayne done? In the meantime of all of this.
Yeah, that's a good question. You see Wayne, he's trying to pull this arrow out of his calf down there on his lower part of his leg, and he's just, like trying to tend to his wounds, but he's said nothing or done nothing else. And if he looks up at you, he's still got the big smile on his face.
Okay. So I would like to point the gun at him, in his face, not to shoot him, but to be to threaten him, be like, hey, you need to stop this. What is going on right now? Right. Basically to have the person in red just stop and what's going on.
Yeah, he looks up at you, and when you say about a person in red, he goes, what are you talking about? It's just us. Your friend shot me with an arrow. Why did he do that? And roll me a 2d6, if you will, a long shot.
Yeah. Success.
Yeah, you've come to enough of your senses with all this going on that you, standing this close to to Wayne the farmer, you can tell that he's under some kind of influence. I mean, you can tell that he's just not probably himself right now. Something's happened to him.
So he's not like the other two. That's what I'm trying to.
You can definitely tell that he is still there himself, but as far as what's going on and maybe seeing some of the things you are, he has no clue what you're talking about.
Okay. I guess that's my action.
All right.
Or do I get another action? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll let you have another one if you want it.
Okay. All right. So I will shoot at the guy in red one more time. And that's just 5 or 6. And 1 success. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. You hit the guy in the red. He's still muttering and chanting and trying to grab hold of Crozo, you would think. And as we speak to that, we are up to him. The guy in the red, you see he opens his mouth and he starts this chant, starts to come out real loud, and it's just a piercing noise. I mean, it just radiates through the whole barn. And as it does,
That's not good.
no, it's not. Everybody takes 1 point of damage and make a save, a
okay.
2d6 save. If you fail your save, note down the next round, you'll be doing everything at disadvantage.
Crows was saved.
All right.
Save.
Yeah, if you
Already
save, yep, if you save, you're fine. But if you fail, everything will be a d6, 1d6.
All right. Let me put the F.
And then you see him turn towards his protector, and you'll chant something out in this weird language to the protector. The protector looks and changes, and he looks towards you, Longshot, as he throws these 2 weapons down towards you. And both of these bolts come out. One of them goes flying through the back of the barn again, but one of them hits into you, Longshot, for 1 point of damage.
Got it.
And we are back to Crozo and Decker.
Chainsaw, 1 success, 2 successes.
All right, perfect. The guy in the red, he's turned his back on you, like he's really not worried about you as you slice into him. He's still ignoring you for right now.
Does
Decker.
he seem to be bleeding or hurt or anything?
Oh yeah, you can tell. In fact, now you notice, kind of what Decker noticed earlier about the shimmering on the tractor. You see him kind of shimmer off and on a little bit.
Okay.
And Decker, what would you like to do?
I shoot at the one that just shot at long shot.
All right, the soldier. Okay.
2 6s, so that's 1 success for that arrow.
All
Or
right.
2 successes, I mean. And 1 success for the second shot.
Yeah, both of your arrows ping into him.
Are they staying in him or are they going through him?
You notice that they're actually staying into his armor, that you're piercing his armor, but
Okay.
what effect it's having on you haven't seen any kind of reaction from him at all. But yeah, they both pierce into him and stay, correct.
Okay.
And Norm, what would you like to do?
Would I be able to use the eidetic memory trait to see if I understand who these people are?
Yeah, I'll let you do that, and I'll even let you do it for standard.
So that's 2.
Yep,
2d6.
2d6, yep.
All right, I got a 4.
You know that, especially by maybe not as much as the armored soldier, maybe the guy in the red robe and the red hat, as you glance and look at him more, you would know that this is some kind of alien creature that is not probably from your planet.
All right, I'll be like, hey, that's an alien. That's not a mutant from here. Let everybody know.
Yep, and you do something else if you'd like, also another action.
Okay. Did I see the shimmer or no?
Nope, you have not seen it.
Then I'll just attack him, and I hit him with a 6.
Yep, you hit the guy in the red. Sounds good.
Aiming for his mouth this time.
Yep, you have some effect on him. Long shot.
All right, I'm gonna try to shoot him square in the chest twice. So do 1 success. The first one hits. Second one too. Yep.
All right, into the guy in red. Yeah, and long shot. You're kind of from a distance. Make me another 1d6 test.
A 1d6.
Yep.
Okay. And yes, got a 5.
You see the shimmer for just a moment. I mean, it's maybe you're playing on your eyes or whatever you think, but you see the shimmer, the guy in the red shimmer for just a moment also now.
Okay.
And the guy in the red is going to look over to where you are, Norm, and his eyes start turning red, burning red. And as it does, make me a save, 2d6, unless you have something that would give you advantage on like a charm effect.
Against a charm effect?
Yeah, unless you have some kind of trait that would give you advantage on, being charmed or anything like that.
I don't think I do. All I've got is charismatic, healer, eidetic, and ambush.
All right.
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
As you staring straight into your eyes, Norm, and you're looking straight into these burning red eyes of him, you don't care who this guy is or where he's from. He's your best friend. So you know you're gonna have to defend him right now.
Okay.
I mean, this guy is your true friend. These guys you just come with to the farm, why are they trying to harm your real best friend now?
Gotcha.
The soldier is going to look towards. He's going to look towards you again, long shot, and fire 2 of these beams out towards you. But both of them go passing by you, long shot, and hit the back of the barn as he misses both of them. Crozo, we're back up to you.
Groovy. I'm gonna chop the red guy some more. Eventually, he's
All right.
got to die. It's just 1 success, 1 success total.
All right, 1 success, yeah. And you see the shimmer go on a little bit, maybe just a moment longer than it did earlier.
Okay.
And Decker.
You're muted.
Does it look like I'm even hurting the soldier?
Yeah, you can tell it's having an effect on him, but I mean he's still standing pretty strong.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him.
All right.
The first one's a miss. The second one's a hit.
All right. Yep, your arrow pings into him. And that works. How about you, Norm?
All right. So now I have to attack party members, right?
You don't really have to attack them, but you can do however you play it out however you want to. But you need to stop them because why are they hurting your friend here?
Okay.
I'll leave that up to you.
We'll start with Chainsaw Dude since he's like right up front. I'll run up and I'll get in between the two of them and I'll be pushing Crozo back, going, "Chill, dude. This is my buddy."
And Crozo, you notice Norm has this big, huge smile on his face.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to be doing is trying to get him to back off.
Do you want to resist, Crozo?
Oh yeah, I want to try to use my charismatic trait to try to persuade him back to my side. Everyone loves a clown.
My favorite movie was It.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll actually let you do it at advantage too.
Failed.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, you try your best, but he's standing there with that big smile on his face. You're getting jealous of his smile. You wish you had one like it now.
You're not a very likable clown.
Long shot, we're up to you.
So right now Norm is in between me and the guy in red, right?
Well,
Yeah, Norm's standing there by Crozo trying to, you see Norm go up to Crozo trying to, like, hey man, what's going on here?
Yeah, but he's still in like my way as well, right? Because he's like directly in front of the guy or the thing, I guess.
I'm not gonna give you no.
No?
Say
Okay.
you could still get around them.
I'm a scrawny dude. I'm not a big buff guy.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna shoot him then. The guy in red.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Success and a fail. Just 1 success.
1 success. Yeah. You see the shimmer, for just that second longer also when you shoot into the guy in the red. For sure.
So do I see the shots like going in? Like
yeah, it appears like they're actually hitting a body, but you've seen no thing come out.
The little flare. Okay. All right. Yeah, we need to do something about this. Like it's not right.
And we're up to them. The guy in the red. You hear in your mind for just a moment, Norm. You hear it in English or whatever. You hear, and it's coming from the guy in the red. You hear, "You're doing a great job. Keep him away from me. I don't know why. Well, he's crazy. He's a clown. He's crazy. Keep him away from me." And Norm, make me a standard 2d6 test.
2 3s.
Yeah, this is still your friend. You got to help your friend out, The soldier is going to look towards you, long shot again. And this time both of those shots that come out will strike into you. So you'll take 2 points of damage as both of them hit you, long shot.
All right. I am bleeding profusely right now.
Yeah, I mean, these things are taking, I mean, massive weapons off his arms. Crozo, you were staying there with Norm smiling at you.
Yeah, I want to shove Norm out of the way and then try to chainsaw the red dude.
Yeah, I'm going to get Norm out of your way and take an action. Roll me 2d6 though, because he's trying to resist you.
Yeah, I failed that. Can I try shoving away bigger distance with my second?
Yeah, if you want to try to attack the red guy this time with Norm there, you have to do it at a disadvantage.
Oh, I'll do that.
Yeah, if you want to, just be
And
disadvantage.
I'm successful.
All right, great. He shimmers a little bit for you, the guy in the red. And Decker, we are back to you then.
Yeah, that soldier's still up, so I'm shooting it.
All right.
That's one success for the first shot.
All right.
And one success for the second shot.
Decker, you see it shimmer, the soldier himself, the silver body, the silver armor, whatever it is, and you see it shimmer for just a moment now yourself.
Does it seem like not so much an illusion, but more like a force field?
Yeah, you would think maybe it's some type of force field or something, but when it does that, you think for just a moment that those arrows are going through it and getting into it.
Okay.
For sure. Norm, we're up to you then.
All right. I'm going to let the dice decide whether or not I attack or keep trying to push back. So
all right. Sounds good.
If it's an odd, then I'm sorry, I'm attacking.
It is what it is.
It's an even. So, what I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tackle you at the knees or at the quads. I'm going to grab you around the quads and try to tackle you down to get you to leave him alone.
Yeah, make a standard 2d6 then, Norm.
One success.
Yeah, you're able to tackle him down. Crozo, you're on the ground, so next time you'll have to spend one of your actions getting back up as you're knocked down prone then.
Okay.
And
with my second action, I'm going to sit on his chest.
Yep, and you're smiling. That big smile's on your face there looking at them. Long shot. You see Norm take Crozo down to the ground and sitting on him, but what would you like to do?
All right, so I'm thinking this is not getting us anywhere. So can I? So when I think it's gonna be too long for me to do it. Too many actions for me to do it. But what I want to do is there's some holes in the back of the barn, right?
Yeah, massive big holes will be up.
Okay, so I want to try. It's probably gonna take me 2 turns to go out and get the Jeep, and then just run the Jeep through the barn, and hit everything in its way.
Oh, that's epic. That's great. Yeah, I'll say you can use all your actions to run out there and get the Jeep into the Jeep and start heading this way.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good.
So I'm dying. I'm not dying with this shimmering things.
You see the guy in the red. He starts moving away from everybody, and he starts walking towards where the tractor is and the farmer. And he's going to use both of his actions to take all that movement to get up there. The soldier guy is going to look towards you, Decker. Oh, man, both of them hit Decker. He blast you with 2 of those bolts that come out for 2 points of damage total.
There's no dodge action or anything, right?
Nope, not unless you use one of those actions that you would have used prior to this.
Yeah, no.
To evade,
Yep.
right? I think.
Yep, evade. You'd had to use one of them for evade, right? Okay. So he hits you with both of them that time, Decker. And Crozo, you are prone on the ground right now. What would you like to do?
First of all, can I chop this red guy in the ankle from my prone position? Do I need to get up and move to get to him?
You're going to have to move and get to him because, he's seen once you got down to the ground, that's why he moved away.
Okay, then I'm going to get up or try to get up and then try to attack him.
Yep, you can. I'll give you one shot at, you can use one to get up and move to him and one action to try to make an attack on him. Sure.
Okay, do I need to roll to get up or is that automatic?
No, I'm just going to say you can, your Norm's trying to hold you down, but I mean, you're able to maneuver away from him. It's fine.
Okay, I attack and I hit.
All right. He shimmers quite a bit now in front of you. I mean, like part of his robes disappear and stuff as you're standing there, but he does not turn and address you at all. He's moving. He's almost on top of where that tractor is.
Okay.
And Decker, what would you like to do?
Can I see the one in the red robes too?
Yeah, you see that he's moving up to where this the supposedly tractor is.
Yeah. Well, I think that he might be having more issues than the soldier, so I'm gonna shoot at him because he's up to something. The first shot's 1 success,
All right.
and the second shot is also 1 success.
Both of your shots ring into him, and as soon as it does, you just see a poof as he completely disappears from sight. You see him gone, just completely gone.
What does the soldier do?
The soldier is looking straight towards you, Decker. He's still seems to be alive at this point. Norm, what would you like to do?
I'm still charmed.
Make me a save, and you can actually do 3d6 this time.
Let's see if I can do it this time. A 1, 3, and a 4.
Oh man, yeah,
You're a very loyal friend.
Yep, you're a great friend. You're sitting there next to this big soldier, but you look and see your best friend in red. You don't see him either. He's disappeared. So you're standing there next to the soldier protecting him.
Okay, and who was the last person to attack the soldier?
Decker.
That was me.
Okay. All right, so I'll go over to him and kind of get in his way and be like, you need to chill. You're already injured. Would I feel like the party itself? I feel like they're not my enemy, but neither are the aliens. So it's kind of like two friends are fighting, and I'm trying to stop them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna try to do the healing on Decker. Be like, hey, you need to calm down and chill out here. Let me heal you real quick.
Yep, you can do that. Sounds good. Unless Decker wanted to resist.
No. I'm 2 shots away from death.
All right. Unfortunately, so I need to get at least a 6 in there, a 5 or a 6, don't I?
Yep. 2d6. Yep, and you need a 5 or 6.
I rolled double 4s. Sorry, Decker.
Hey, no, thanks for trying.
See Decker. He's just pretending to be your friend. Long shot.
Yeah, so that's both of my actions, I guess.
Yep, because you had to move over there. Long shot. You are in the Jeep.
All right, so I'm on my way back, and I'm gonna ram through the back. I'm gonna honk the horn of the Jeep just to warn that I'm coming, and then I'm just gonna ram through the back of the barn, and then just ram through the soldier guy. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. One action to drive the Jeep in there is you ram into the soldier. Just make a 2d6 test.
Oh Jesus! All right, here we go. And yes, 1 success. There we go.
Yeah, you ram into the soldier, and as you do, it just knocks him completely. I mean, just prone, and parts of him start scattering everywhere as the Jeep rams into him.
And then I kind of get out, and I'm like, I look at everybody. It's like, I think I hit a bump. I'm not sure.
You are able to do that, and then the next thing that happens, all of you see the International Harvester, the old International Harvester tractor. You see it everybody starts seeing it shimmer and move. And then all of a sudden, all of you hear this loud noise as the top of the barn roof just explodes with splinters and just opens up. And you see the tractor disappear and shimmer straight through a hole up there as it transforms and turns into this silver looking metal object as it goes through the top of the barn. Everybody make me a 1d6 test. If you fail, you will take 2 points of damage as debris falls and hits you.
I rolled a 6.
Pros will get a 6.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's 6
I failed.
Yep. If you fail, you'll take 2 points of damage in.
Yeah.
You were in the Jeep though, right?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I did get out. Can I dive into the Jeep?
Yeah, you can try to dive back into the Jeep, sure.
Okay. So as a 2d6 or 1d6?
I'm going to say 1d6 because all this caught everybody by surprise, pretty much.
All right. Nope. Still failed.
All right.
Okay. All right. So I am dying.
Oh,
Yes.
You're 0 HP?
Yeah, I'm a 0 HP.
Oh, man. 0 exactly? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I go over and try to heal him then?
Yep, let me finish one thing and then I'll tell you
Okay.
you can. You see, you know, all of y'all seen the soldier, fall down and appears to be in pieces and parts himself. But, as the tractor goes up and turns into a UFO object and just disappears into the sky, y'all see the falling debris fall on the long shot as he's down. We are out of initiative, so yep, you can do anything you want to now.
Yeah. I went in
And
blaze
also,
of glory.
one more thing. You notice the farmer, he took some damage too as he failed. He's still standing up holding his leg, but the smile on his face is gone. Now he's got this real puzzled look about like he's thinking to himself, where am I at and what's going on? But y'all play it out as you want to now.
All right, so I'll start with long shot. Got a success of a 5. Decker, I got a success of a 5.
How much
and
is
then
the? Do I get
It's
just 1 HP?
2 hit points.
2 hit points? Okay.
Let me read it again. Make sure I'm not lying to y'all. Yeah, 2 hit points. And
Okay.
then the farmer, I was not successful at trying to do him.
All right. Yeah, you can see he's not feeling good. I mean, he's still alive, but he looks pretty weak himself. And, he's just got that dazed look about like, who are you and what am I doing here?
when I see Norm fail to heal him, I jump in, help out, and I yank that arrow out of this guy's leg.
Perfect.
Thanks, Crozo.
Yep, I'm going to say you can wrap his leg up and
Oh.
get another HP back.
Oh no, I'm just ripping the arrow out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect.
Bang!
You're welcome.
I put my hand out. Thanks, Crozo.
Exactly.
And I go collect the rest of my arrows.
The soldier is still laying in the middle of the barn, decimated by the Jeep, but the Jeep itself is pretty decimated now.
Yeah.
But,
what
the
is
soldier is not moving.
made out of?
It is made out of some type of metal. You have no idea once you go up there. You could salvage maybe some parts off of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Salvage this thing.
Chuck it in the
Pick up
cart.
its arm and see if you can fire with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll salvage that. So, nobody know. I'm assuming the meat's human. So, because I don't know, they're aliens. We can still sell it off as cow, right?
Didn't we see a herd of cows?
We did.
Yeah,
Well, I
in
did.
They're
fact,
probably fake.
In fact, you will notice now when you go outside of the barn after you get everything. Once you go outside, you probably explain maybe to the farmer of who you are and what reason you're there. You all walk out there. The grass is dead. There are no cows. There are no horses. All the grass is dead. The yard is dirt instead of a pretty lawn. The house is in disrepair. The
What's
barn,
the
of
hay
course,
in
is
my hand?
The hay. You pull the hay out. It smells moldy and mildewed and rotten.
Okay.
And the farmer looks at you and he goes, "Well, I don't know who would have told you that I had beef for sale. We ain't had no beef or nothing here for a long time now. We're just desolate like everybody else is."
Well, I guess we got some
Gotta
metal
go
parts and a long trip home.
Yeah. Tell the farmer he was under the influence of some I think Norm said there was aliens or something.
Yep. Is there any meat left though?
Yeah. I mean, meat's meat.
Absolutely none. He tells you, that he hasn't had any cows in years, and him and his son just pretty much. You notice that they have a garden out there. They keep probably just enough for themselves, and every once in a while, but he'll trade with some other farmers for chickens and stuff. But you can tell it's pretty desolate here.
So
And
what
what's
did
in the
we
last
eat
bag?
last night?
Chicken. We had fried chicken.
You don't
Fried
remember it
chicken?
shimmering?
Some questions are better not asked.
Yeah, what's
Exactly.
in the locked shed?
I want to look around for the barn, see if there's any like underground bunker. Maybe this alien guy had some other space at the farm that's hidden? Maybe we could loot.
Yeah, you look around and y'all can search around. The farmer, after you explain to him, and he comes enough to his senses, he doesn't disbelieve you. He's like, well, I don't know. I've been feeling funny now for I don't know, several weeks, I guess. But yeah, you look around, you don't find anything else, nothing hidden or anything that indicates the farmer had anything to do with it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. So
I guess we chuck the soldier corpse in the back of the wagon and head back to the enclave.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you leave the old Jeep there and the parts of the soldier you didn't take, you leave that with the farmer?
If there's
maybe
any
you can salvage some parts.
Yeah, we'll salvage wherever we can off the Jeep.
So it's not drivable now?
Oh yeah, it's completely smashed in. Definitely not drivable.
Yeah, I'd say we salvage as much of it as we possibly can.
Yep, you can salvage some parts off of it, no trouble, and of course off the alien soldier with no trouble. You can get some parts off of him. You start your way back to the enclave, and
I think we still need to bring it with us just to let them know that hey, this was what was waiting for us when we got there. So. Like put it in the back of the car and just drive off, like just right off to back to the enclave, but bring it with us.
When you say that, so the Jeep's not drivable, but can it still roll? Can we just attach it to the cart and add 2 more horses to the cart and pull it along behind it?
I'll tell you what, roll me 2d6 and we'll see if it has any flat tires.
It's got flat tires. I rolled a 4 and a 1. Can we patch it?
Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, you can patch it enough to. It had they were smart rats. They had a spare on the back.
All right, awesome.
But yep, you start your way back to the enclave, and you meet no more rat patrols or anything, and we've pretty much reached the end of this little fun adventure. And as customary in my games, y'all have not played with me before, but customary in my games, whether you live or die, I let each player tell me how the story is going to end for their player. And then I always tell how the story really ends, of course. But we'll start out with you, Longshot. Tell me how the story is going to end for Longshot as you get back to your enclave and explain what happened.
So I'm still hurting. I'm assuming the couple of days we kind of, patch ourselves up, right? And
exactly.
Not bleeding profusely. So make it back and to the enclave, to Wayne. It's like, hey, man, this is probably going to be the last time I help you out. I almost died and we saw some weird stuff. I'll let the other guys fill you in on it. We saw some weird stuff and nothing I've ever seen here. And I'm done. I'll teach you everything I know, and then I'm out. I'm going. So he tells him, it's very professional, right? The friendship, and he tells him that he's done, and shake hands, and he grabs his gear, whatever he could salvage for the soldier, and then takes his rifle and then his guitar. He goes out and he plays his guitar because he learned how to play it. So
yes, you did.
Yeah, goes into the sunset.
You may not have any beef to eat, but you got a guitar to play.
Yeah,
music is life. Crozo, how's it going to end for the crazy?
Poorly. One night we're all sitting around the fire at the enclave. Normally we would have been entertained by a guitar player, but that guy took off. So it's up to Crozo to entertain with his crazy clown antics, and he starts juggling chainsaws, and his grip slips, and it just chainsaws all the way down the middle of him.
Oh, man. Wow.
That is a finale.
That is crazy. Decker, how about for old Decker? How will it end?
Well, Decker never likes to stick around too long, so he stays here a couple more days. He details the map around this enclave. And then does some drawings of the aliens and everything for, this is exactly what he deals in, information and mapping. And after a couple of days, he gets that done. He bids us farewell, and he's off to the next adventure.
Sounds good to me. You were able to do that. And Norm, how would it end for you?
So he'll talk to Wayne and be like, Wayne, you know what? The exciting life is definitely not for me. But the boring life back with my parents is not for me either. So I got this book about architecture. I'm going to read up on it, and I'll help you with building and stuff like that around here. And if he'll let me, and that's it. I'm not going out getting you any more beef. So the freaking aliens almost killed me, wiped out my brain. I thought he was my best friend. I'm not doing that anymore. None of that.
Perfect endings, one and all. Now I will tell you how the story is really going to end. Once again, we played Tiny Wastelands by Gallant Knight Games and Alan Barr through the part of the Tiny D6 system series. This was for the virtual Gary Con in 2020. The story is going to end this way as ranch hands come to an end. Y'all took back the old Jeep, and did whatever you want to. You pulled it back. Late one night, nobody's paying attention of wherever you parked the Jeep or whatever. And all of a sudden it starts shimmering off and on a little bit as the old Jeep shimmers back and forth. Several weeks later, we go back to the Breakneck 7 ranch. And the farmer and his son, they're out there, trying to get enough water out of the well to put on their vegetable garden and, just trying to survive themselves, and still, the son never says much, but the father's in disbelief about all this stuff that has happened. On a very starry night, clear sky, the farmer goes out that night and, is contemplating about all of this. And he looks up in the air and you see this shimmer of this gray coming in the air towards the farm. And he looks up and he goes, "Welcome home." That is the end of the adventure known as Ranch Hands. I would like to thank Herman for playing Longshot, our survivor, Derek for playing Crozo, the crazy clown, Jim for playing Decker, the wanderer, and John for playing Norm, the normal. Gentlemen, thank y'all. I'll end our broadcast, and we can visit a minute if you like.